gives me a high that I cannot find with you. We've been on this old trip for a while. I need some enthusiasm. Bye. You ain't giving me what you used to give. So
I am back with another episode of the Always Elevating show on TheWEN, the Women Empowerment Network. Thank you all so much for tuning in, watching the videos, sharing the content with your friends, your students, whomever is a woman, young woman who's really out here looking to grow in her professional lifestyle and build some skills, some skill sets, some mindset things. We know we all need it. And I'm here to rock with y'all and make sure that we're all getting what we really feel like we need and deserve in order to reach new heights and reach new educational levels. So it is February, the month of love, the month of Black history, Black herstory, Black power. And I am like so excited to introduce you all to Maxine Williams. I told you I was going to bring somebody on to talk during the month of love, during the month of Black history. And I wanted to share this special person with you all. She was all about like what I'm trying to do. And it was just perfectly aligned with the message that I wanted to send out and I wanted to deliver to you all in this month. So we're going to get started with the show today with Maxine. Tell the ladies, tell the women, who are you?
Hi, I'm really happy to be here. As she already said, I'm Maxine Williams. I am a news producer, and I'm also on this show because I'm running speed dating events for people of color. I hosted my first event this month, and that's how we got connected. The speed dating is called We Met in Real Life, and yeah, it's been going really great. My first event was a success, and my video recap went viral on TikTok. What else should I say? I don't know. Yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Yes. Oh my God. And so how did we meet? So like she already kind of touched on, we met online, but let me tell y'all really quick. I'm trying to shorten this out, okay? Because it's just like an amazing story in my eyes. I was on TikTok, okay? It's my favorite new place to be. And this guy comes on TikTok on my For You page for the obvious reason. I'm single. I'm like talking to my friends about what are we gonna do for Valentine's weekend? I want to do something new. Maybe, you know, let's go to tea. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything. This guy comes on my FYP and he's talking about a speed dating event. And I was like, I don't know about that. Told my friends, you know what? The heck with it. Let's do it. Let's go for it. They were down, but we didn't know like where to find events. So here I go, the one who tinkers, the one who's researching everything. I go through the comments, the favorite place to be. I'm going through the comments and like one of the top 5 comments was some young lady saying, y'all should check out WeMetIRL. They have an event. And I keep scrolling. I'm like, okay, noted. Keep going. And I see another young lady have the same comment, but hers is a little bit more elevated. And it said, yeah, hers is tailored to people of color or Black people, one or the other, she said. So immediately I was like, oh, I have a friend. She only wants to date Black guys. So let me go check that one out. I go to Instagram. I find the page immediately. What do? Ladies, girls are going to love this. This is a Black woman, I found out. And she is all about bringing people of color together in the name of love. I might want to go to this, but I might also want to like bring her on the show because she can talk about herself as a leader, herself as a young Black woman who started, this awesome product for people and for people who are really admiring love and welcoming love into their lives right now. And we love Black love. And so I immediately reached out to her and eventually we got connected within a week's time. And then boom, I saw her on my FYP literally like days after we connected. And then I'm like, this girl just went viral. Like, what? How did all of this just happen so fast, but so amazingly? So that's why we're chatting today. And let's get into Maxine. So tell us about your career journey. We want to know how you came up with this idea. How did you end up activating on this idea? And like, when did this come about? What was that journey? What was that experience that you went through here and here?
Yeah, for sure. So first, a little background on my career. I studied journalism and geography in college, and my focus was environmental studies. And basically, I went into college wanting to be like a travel reporter or something, but also talking about sustainability in some sort of way. As I got through my coursework, I realized it would be a bit harder to be on air talent, like to host a show, because traditional shows weren't really happening. I was in college 2014 to 2018, and everything was digital, short form. So I realized I was more interested in working in digital companies and I ended up graduating and got a job at BuzzFeed News. I was there for like 3 years working in different YouTube verticals and also their Facebook content. And then now I'm currently a producer at Now This News, working on a couple branded content shows. But to We Met in Real Life, when I was growing up, I really wanted to work in event planning, but I kind of left that dream behind because I didn't really know how to get there. And I just never met anyone that looked like me who was an event planner. I knew about like wedding planning. I wasn't really interested in that, but I just remember seeing it somewhere on TV, like a woman who was an event planner. It looked so cool. She was always doing different things and traveling. So fast forward to last year, it was like early November, I got an ad on Instagram or TikTok about this speed dating event in New York City. And it didn't look very diverse, but it sounded really fun. And I'm always down to try something at least once. So I convinced my friend Sierra to come with me, and we went in early December. And leading up to us going there, I was telling all my friends, like, we're going to a speed dating event, like in the movies. And all my Black girlfriends were like, oh, that would be so cool. But that flyer does not look diverse at all. Like, I would go if it was more by us. And I was like, yeah, it'll be fun, whatever. So I went and it was fine. I definitely realized like a lot of the guys there didn't seem to be looking for a woman of color. It was predominantly white. And even at the end of it, no guys really approached us. But overall, like we had fun. It was just a night to do something different. And I just kept thinking about my friends who were like, dang, like it would be cool if we could go to one with people of color, and combining that with all the conversations I had had last year about all of me and my friends being frustrated with dating apps and wanting to meet someone in real life. So I just kept thinking about it, and one of my friends gave me the nudge, like, you should just do this, like, just try it. And I was like, yeah. So I messaged like all the Black men and women I knew on Instagram, like, would you come to this? And everyone said yes. So then I just got my brother and my roommate to design the flyers and stuff and book the space, and just like went on a leap of faith, putting my money in on it and planning for a successful event. But yeah, I know like We Met in Real Life is for people of color. I initially went into it wanting it to be Black people only, but I opened it up to people of color just because I think I wanted to go to an event. I was thinking about it from why I didn't enjoy the event I went to. I wanted to go to an event where everyone agreed, like I'm interested in dating people of diverse backgrounds. That's what I wanted, because that event seemed very like Caucasian, which is fine, to each his own. So yeah, I opened it up to people of color. If you like Black women or people of color or Black men of color, come to the event.
Yes.
But yeah, I just felt like we all wanted some opportunity to meet people outside of the apps, to stop swiping, and also thinking about how there's like networking events and there's parties, but there's not really something in between that's like romance focused. So I felt like it was the perfect opportunity for that. And I just went for it and did it. I feel like that was the major thing, like just to act on my idea instead of like, I could still be sitting here thinking about it and it wouldn't have happened, but I really took action. And I'm also lucky I got the support of my family and all my friends throughout the way to confirm that it would be good, and not just like, this is my good idea, but do people actually think it's good? Everyone in my life agreed with me and supported me and really poured into me. And I'm thankful for that. But yeah, I think it was just like moving on the action and the faith that people want to do this and it will be a success. And also, even if it's not, I will learn from it. And I can't say I didn't do it. I won't be wondering what if, because I think that's the worst part. Everybody has a good idea, but it's about acting on it and putting faith into your idea to let it take root.
I love that you brought up the activating on an idea and the fact that you put your money into it. There's a common phrase in the startup world, skin in the game. That's exactly what she's pointing out. Not every business idea is going to cost a fortune. And I think that that's something that you ladies out here can, building a business, becoming an entrepreneur, doing something that involves people and how you can tap your own contacts and see what the interest is, gauge the interest, see if you get community behind you to support your idea to help you activate it as well. And I would tie that into what's keeping you empowered through all of these different things that you're pursuing and accomplishing.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think my driving factor in all the work I'm doing is just the feeling that I'm doing something that is making a difference or adding some type of positivity to the world. And I'm definitely doing that in my job. I'm really grateful to be telling great stories about awesome businesses and different movers and shakers in the world. And yeah, even in my small business, I'm felt amazing to see like everyone genuinely having a good time, genuinely smiling, and also reading all of the feedback on the exit survey and how everyone had a good time. Even the skeptics were coming up to me afterwards, like, wow, this really wasn't what I thought at all, in a good way. Like, it wasn't awkward, it was fun, it was intentional. So people are always moving to New York or any type of big city, and they're always looking for, how can I like get in front of someone? Like, we're tired of technology, especially because of the pandemic. And I really feel like this is the perfect time for people to just try something different. Just go to the event, give it a try, have an open mind. You're 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have a blast. If you don't meet the love of your life, you still had a good night where you tried something different. And I think that's the beauty in all of it. It's no pressure. It's not like the apps where you match with a guy and it's just so much pressure to like hit it off. You know, you're meeting tons of people, women and men, and like you could come out of this with awesome friendships or just a good story, you know? So
Yeah.
I think that's what drives me, just seeing like how people respond to it and that confirmation that this was great and keep going.
That's awesome. Yeah. And that's, one of the things that was in my mind when I was thinking, oh, let's do a speed dating event. Why not? We live once. This is
Hmm.
2022. Let's do something different, no expectations. And I'm sure research probably does say we want to break from technology. I didn't even think about that. But all of this technology that we've been engrossed in because of the pandemic, while we might enjoy remote life and while like technology is addictive, like stepping away from that, getting back to life, doing something that we probably never would do, like speed dating. Like, this is the perfect time to really push that business idea. What should ladies and girls interested in this idea of Black love and sort of involving yourself in people's love story, people's awakening of romance, if they have an idea in that scope, or if they have an interest in starting their own business, entrepreneurship? So what kind of skills would you say those ladies and girls should acquire in order to achieve that?
It's about trusting in your idea and really holding on to that like initial excitement you had when you started to think about what you're about to attempt, whether it be an app or an invention or some type of concept. Remember that feeling you had when you started about how it's going to be nothing but a success. And the other thing is to just put the action behind those feelings. Because again, people have $1 million ideas every day, but if you don't follow through on it, yeah, you might be scrolling one day like, wow, that's my idea and I never did it. Like, that could be me right now. And you don't want to feel that. You want to be like, I went after what I wanted to do and I'm succeeding and I'm proud of myself. And so, yeah, just being proactive about what you want to do and putting the action behind it. That's the biggest key. And I've learned that in my adult years, just like being intentional with what you do. And I think that that truly is the separation between like people that are great successes. They have this undying feeling of themselves and believing in themselves, because there's going to be times where you doubt it. And that's why I say hold on to, like, remember that first time you had that thought, like, this is going to be amazing. Like, hold on to that. And also having the support around me was amazing as well, because there were definitely days where I needed someone to uplift me when like tickets weren't selling, or when I had an issue at the space, or people on social media not supporting me the way I thought they would. So I was really lucky to have that. But that the faith that I had that it's going to be a success, and even if it's not, it'll be okay because I learned from it and I went after it. And that's something not many people can say. Did you actually go after it and step out on that leap of faith? Did you do that? Then no one can take that from you, even if it flops. Like, you learn from that and you adjust. So I think that's the
Mhm.
biggest skills, to be proactive in what you do and believe in yourself throughout. And on the Black love part, I feel like with all these shows like Insecure and Love Life, and there's so many other shows centering on Black love and Black
Mhm.
friendship and romance, and even Instagram feeds like Me and Somebody's Son, that IG account. There's so many images fed to us on Black love, or just
Yeah.
like black women getting the love that they desire. And
Mhm.
it's really affirming to see that in entertainment, but it's another thing to like go after it in real life. And on these dating apps, it can be really what's the word? I guess like upsetting or discouraging, because maybe you're not meeting quality guys, or you're not things aren't going the way you thought they would based on like the TV shows you watch. And that's my personal experience of like, where's my fairy tale? Like, where's my Lawrence or Daniel or whatever it is that you're supposed to
Okay,
hear, you
Team
know?
Lawrence.
Yeah. I guess I'm Team Lawrence in the end. But I digress. I feel like, yeah, we're fed this like black love and blah blah blah, but to go after it is a completely different thing. And that's why I think it's important that we, people like me, carving out our own paths for love and to connect with people in real life in a safe space that was intentional and created by someone who put thought into how can I bring together people that look like me in a
Mhm.
fun, lighthearted manner, you know, because there are like black dating apps, but those end up becoming just like all the other dating apps. It's just like a void of so many types of people. It's like the ocean, like there's plenty of fish in the sea, but there's plenty of trash in the sea too. And sorting through that trash, like it can really take its toll on you. So, and that's why one of the guys at my speed dating event was like, this is so cool because it's like swiping, but in real life. And the girl isn't going to ghost you because she has to be in front of you for 5 minutes. Like, you can't just message her and then she never replies, you know, because that's
Right.
totally a thing. Like, if a guy messages me, hey, I might not reply and he'll never hear
Hmm.
from me again and he won't even know why. But you're in front of me, we have to talk for 5 minutes and maybe you're much better in person than you are written. And that's why I think it's so much better. And yeah, I'm just, the dating apps, to each their own, but we need other options because I know everyone in my generation like romanticizes like, wow, like our parents met each other like out in the world. And it's like all
Yeah.
my ex-boyfriends have been met on dating apps. And I know I have so many friends like that. Like I've never met someone and just started dating them. So I hope to have some success stories like that in doing my events that people met at my event or through someone that they met at my event.
Hmm.
Because yeah, we want organic interactions.
And you will. I am very sure of it. You have a great system in place that I know all of us will appreciate. So you touched on challenges that you faced. Are there any other challenges or skills that you've gained through this process?
Yes, the biggest skill I gained in this process was being shameless for what I want and going after supporting my idea fully because I remember when I initially posted the flyer, I didn't really share it everywhere. I was kind of like scared about what people would say because also Omicron was kind of ending, but a lot of people were
Mm.
still not going anywhere. And here I
Okay.
am posting an event like come be around people, the thing people don't want to do. So I was really scared, and as the days went on, I was just like, how am I gonna expect other people to support it if I'm not even supporting it fully? And so I started posting it on all my pages and I started going to businesses and handing out flyers and talking to people, just talking to people. Hey, you should come to, are you single? You should come to this. Think about it. Like, I had to be very bold and I am outgoing, but that was definitely like hard to go even beyond like just striking up conversation to actually promoting myself. And I met one guy at a bar and he was like, I'm gonna support this because you're literally on the ground. Like this is grassroots organizing. The creator is right here
Love
telling you to
it.
come through and that shows that you really care. Yeah. So it was being shameless that got me over it, over any like inhibitions. I was like, you know what? Like I don't want to let this in and feel like I left anything on the table that I couldn't have done to make it a success. So yeah, just being shameless. And as far as like the challenges I encountered, I feel like honestly there weren't that many hurdles I had to go over, especially in the beginning. Everything seemed so divine, and as the few hurdles came up, I just had to, number one, rely on my faith, and number two, count on my friends to give me, friends and family to give me support. Like, oh, this isn't working out, should I even be doing this? And it's like, remember, girl, we talked about this last week. It's gonna be amazing. Like it's literally fine. Don't worry about it.
Love it.
And I am, yeah, like that was it for me, just having that support system. And I am Christian, so just staying prayerful in what I wanted and keeping the faith that God would provide for me for doing something that I came up with that I felt was also from God and using that as my guiding light in every encounter that came across. And even when the problems came up and I was easily able to overcome them, that made me feel even better about like, okay, like this is still gonna be fine. Like they had me in the first half, but I'm getting the touchdown. I'm winning the Super Bowl.
Yes. Love that reference. Yeah, and I'm so like happy for you. And I think that your story is so impactful and so empowering to everybody that's going to see this video, literally, because you're touching on so many different things and in a way that's very naked, if for lack of a better word, you know what I mean? Not every business you all takes so much stress, takes so much money, makes so many, creates so many challenges, you know what I mean? Like, it might just be a great idea that takes a little bit of effort, a whole lot of faith and confidence, and gives you a whole lot of skills and return on a small investment. And that is, you know, be ready for whichever one it is, but is what she's saying, you know what I mean? And I love how your friends supported you through that process as well. So y'all get y'all some friends like Maxine over here. So what is next for you? Or what is next for We Met IRL? We Met in Real Life.
Yeah, so right now I'm in the middle of booking the space for my next event, which will be in Harlem at the end of March. So I'm pitching to different businesses, hoping to collaborate with a local bar or something that's up and coming. And beyond that, like honestly, from TikTok and going viral, I would love for We Met in Real Life to travel. That was like the vision I had when I first started it. Like, because I have friends all over cities, and so many of them were like, "Oh, I wish we could do this in Chicago," or "I wish you were planning this in LA." And I was like, I want to do that. And when it went viral, so many people were like, "Come to LA, come to Chicago, come to DC, come to Atlanta." So hopefully, like as my business gets profitable and established, I'll be able to travel and bring We Met in Real Life all over, because I agree, like people aren't doing this everywhere, and I have these connections all over. So I'm really like pouring into the next stages of like being profitable and learning how I can grow it and sustain it as well.
You know what? I'm gonna be at the next one, ma'am. I will be
Yes.
at the next one. Women's History Month is in March. Listen, I will be there in support of you this time. And I would love actually to throw this in there, if it hasn't already come to life. I would love to see you and Janice partnering on an event. So hopefully that can come to life. We'll talk about that offline as well.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. So let's end kind of on this wonderful note of you're starting out this business, you're interested in it, traveling, you've got people who want it everywhere, and you know, iterations of it that are possible. And people that are seeing this video, I'm very sure, are in different cities and different states who have connections with businesses, sponsors. Hello, come on, sponsors.
Amen. Come on.
Investors, okay, who can afford a flight for our friend Maxine, a beautiful hotel, rental car, or a limousine, so she can plan out this wonderful, illustrious speed dating event for y'all in your city. So how can people learn more, connect with you, bring some business to you, bring some sponsorship your way?
The best way to reach me is through email, WeMetIRL@gmail.com. That email is also on the Instagram for the page. It's at WeMetIRL on Instagram. Definitely follow, especially if you want to come to the next event. I'll be posting the flyer once I have it booked, and people will be able to buy tickets to the next few events. We're already planning the April one as well. It's going to be really, really fun. So yeah, connect with me on Instagram. And if you have ideas or business opportunities, definitely shoot me an email.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining this month. I think this is really special. I'm so happy how we've met. I think romantic love is wonderful, but we need love in several capacities. And I believe it's here with us in 2022. And so hopefully you all reach out to Maxine. Hopefully this, session, this episode was very helpful to you in your journey of starting your business, of thinking about businesses that align with bringing relationship together, that align with the element of love or romance, and how simple it could be to bring it all together in reality. Powerful episode, all about Black love. And we're going to close out with that. So thank you, Maxine.
Thank you.
What's love like tonight? Can you tell me? What's love like tonight? What's love like tonight? What's love like tonight? Can you tell me now?
When you're there for me, care for me, fight for me, see me for me, accept me beyond my beauty, comprehend and seek to know every part of my being, baby. That's what